All right, guys, so in this transition segment, the first drill we're gonna work on, I'm gonna start at the elbow area, get the basketball with my inside hand, and I'm just gonna get into a drop. And I don't care how you finish, but I want side hand finish with that left hand. You could jump off either foot, you can veer, you could do a first step finish, second step finish, stuff that we've worked on in the past. But the first segment, I'm starting at the elbow, and then I'll advance with it.
DJ Sackmann here. Thank you for checking out this video. We just dropped an offer. We are giving away 50% of our modern point guard system. We've never done a sale like this before. Use the code VIP50 under this video. You're going to see a checkout link. Use VIP50 on the checkout. You will literally get 50% off this program. The reason we're doing this is because there's so much valuable information inside, and a lot of people couldn't access it because it was a little bit too expensive. The reason it's expensive is because there's so much valuable information inside. So use the code under this video. Again, we appreciate your support. VIP50. VIP50. It'll take off 50% of the price of our modern point guard system. If that's you, if you're a guard, check it out. Let's get it.
All right, guys, as a player bringing the basketball down the floor in transition, you got to be aware of your angles. So right now we're going to talk about angling downhill regarding the midline. So if I was driving in transition and I was directly in the center of the floor, obviously the midline is rim to rim, center floor. If Steve's guarding me and I make an attack move here, say I get into a little push cross action here, and I angle far off the midline, essentially Steve can get on my hip and kind of ride me out to where I have a difficult angle to my finish. So if I move over, say I move over to the right slot and I get into the same exact action, now from this slot and I get into a push cross, even if on this line he starts to drive me out, I can still end up with an easier finish. So that's a problem that a lot of players have, is their angles. They make a good move and they get the defender on their hip, but their angles are bad, so they get pushed off, and now they have a difficult shot angle, obviously. So just by me being able to move over to the slot and attack from this angle is a little bit easier. So if I was here and I got into an action and I got cut off now, and I got to the midline, now when I change direction, I still have an easier finish. So as a guard bringing the ball down in transition, especially if you're on a one-on-one break opportunity, you have to be aware of your angles. All right, guys, so in this transition segment, the first drill we're gonna work on, I'm gonna start at the elbow area, get the basketball with my inside hand, and I'm just gonna get into a drop. And I don't care how you finish, but I want side hand finish with that left hand. You could jump off either foot, you can veer, you could do a first step finish, second step finish, stuff that we've worked on in the past. But the first segment, I'm starting at the elbow, and then I'll advance with it. Notice that finish is full side hand in my transition action. Hey. All right, guys, part two, we're getting into a push cross action from the slot. I want to attack the midline, and remember the focus is keeping this right shoulder inside the rim and be able to finish away. Just really, really, really focusing on our different angles. Hey! Notice now, the key component when you guys are working on these is you're visualizing a transition, drive, one-on-one opportunity, and then really focusing on getting that defender to really have a difficult recovery. Even if he starts driving you off your line, you have a simple finish at the rim. All right, guys, now here's our transition attacks. Same thing. I'm in the slot, I get into a push cross action. At home, you could go push cross through, mix it up a little bit, and now I'm going angling. So I'm here, focus on that right shoulder in the rim, extend out, that opposite hand. Let's get it.